cuatro, tres, dos.
Yo, what's going on, my guys? I got my I got K Mills and Jazzy B. No, that's King Los.
Hey, this is Los B. Los B.
Oh,
Shout out to Jazzy.
What's up, bro?
Hey, how's the Burger King stuff, man? This is WSME Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within podcast, episode number 12, season finale, man. Hey, it's been a great season. This has been our season 1, man. How y'all guys feel?
I'm good, bro. I'm chilling, Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to make it happen. This is the grand finale for season 1. Man, we about to jump right into it, man. We got to jump right into it. We talking about the top 5. This is our top 5. Top 5 current events of 2020. The current events. The most popular current events of 2020. What do y'all think? I'm going to go around the room. You know how we do it. We've been doing it for the last 11 weeks. This is episode number 12, King Los. Talk to me.
Well, I'm going to tell you right off top. The biggest event in 2020 was SME Enlightenment Radio launching the Hustle Within. Word up.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hands down.
Okay. No,
And to dive in it a little bit, I'll give you one, right?
Okay, I like that one.
U.S. presidential election.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. K Mills, what you got for me?
All right, I'm gonna go with child support and the coronavirus.
Okay, that balances it out. Yeah, that's about child support about as worth as coronavirus too now. So
that's worse.
It's a balance. So hey, I'm gonna go with we're gonna go to the top 5. Number 5, man. We're gonna just start from the bottom up. We're gonna talk about climate change. Man, what y'all think about that climate change? But we'll go into it in a minute. Number 4, financial crisis.
Yep.
Unemployment. The highest rate of unemployment in the history of America this year.
Yep.
U.S. election, like Los was talking about, U.S. elections. And then number 2, social injustice. The social injustice issues. And then number 1, the COVID-19 pandemic. So, yep, let's go right into it. You just said it, K Mills. You said you talked about one of the issues, the social injustice. I'm gonna let you give me your thoughts on that real quick.
Whew, man, it's been crazy this year. I never seen nothing like it before. I don't know what they did back in the 80s and 60s. I know they did a lot of fighting and marching, but it don't seem like it's working these days, man. We got to bear arms or something. Not me, of course. I'll be home making babies, but everybody else, I support you 100%.
All right, King Los, what you got? Let's go into U.S. elections. You brought that up. That was your topic. What do you think about the U.S. elections?
Well, honestly, like I really guessed U.S. elections. I was a poli-sci major. Big shout out to poli-sci majors. Everything that was surrounding the U.S. election between the two candidates. What was most memorable about this U.S. election was watching these two men on the debate stage act like true children. True children. One was interrupting, the other one didn't realize where he was half the time. And who could forget the infamous fly?
The man fly.
The vice president. That was the vice president debate, right?
Yeah.
Man, we talked about that in what episode? It was like episode 6 or 7. We talked about that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it's been a lot this year, right? We wrapping up 2020, going into 2021.
Man, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yep.
We just had Christmas. How was y'all Christmas? Y'all enjoy?
Well, I celebrate all the holidays because that means more gifts, right? Mm-hmm. But happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody had a safe holiday. I
ain't get nothing, Rap.
You ain't get nothing, Rap. All right, I feel you.
I gave gifts.
Okay.
But my birthday is January the 6th. Y'all remember that date? It's a historical day.
I got a close relative. Big shout out to her. She always listening. She's always tuned in every Sunday at 9 p.m. Tuned in to us. But her birthday is on the 7th of January. So shout out to all January babies.
And mine's the 8th. If you trying to give me a cash out, I'm gonna drop my cash out. My birthday is on the 8th of February. February 8th. Drop that. The money man needs some money. I can't keep being the money man. I ain't got no money.
Right. Can't keep doing it.
So that's what we're gonna talk about next: the financial crisis. Man, we went through a big financial crisis this year. King Los, what do you think about that? The financial crisis.
Well, I mean, it depends on which end of the spectrum you're on with that financial crisis. There's some people that got rich, profited, and then other people.
It was a lot of scam. It was a lot of scamming going on too.
A lot of people got laid off, right? It's kind of tied into one of the top 5 picks, which is the COVID-19, right? So a lot of that stuff is intertwined. People got laid off, and I feel for the families. I feel for everyone. God bless them that lost people during COVID. But the financial crisis, we're still trying to recover. Common folk, right? We don't have $1 million savings or bonds and stocks. Like a lot of these wealthy or well-to-do people. So it was detrimental to the people.
So you think about it from the financial crisis setup. When you putting out money, you just throwing money out here to just throwing money out. It's almost like paper now, just paper coming out. Because there's a lot of money being bankrolled when you're doing trillions and trillions and billions of dollars out into the economy and no money is coming back. Remember, we survive off trade, commerce. That's how we operate. If you got to close your borders to your trade partners like Europe, China, what you think gonna happen? You're just throwing money. Game over.
And here's the other piece of that financial crisis. It's bad policy, bad policy makers, bad policy making, and that's what contributed to the financial crisis. Not that it wouldn't have happened, because I think COVID was that. That anomaly that just kind of came and impacted all our lives, right? People healthy, people not healthy, and everyone in between. But that financial crisis, has a lot to do with true leadership. And, we saw a lack of that this year.
And you got now you went into another key one, the number one issue that caused a lot of this,
right?
COVID-19, the pandemic.
K-Mills, what were you going to say? I'm sorry, Ant.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, like what he's saying now, the COVID, the cure. I already know the cure is the cure for the COVID is, man. This is the last episode, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's the stimulus check. They get that stimulus check out. It's over with. It cures everything.
You might be getting one soon now. I know we might be getting one soon.
It cures arthritis, all that, man. It cures everything.
Yeah, of course. I can't wait to get mine, man. I got this headache. I've been trying to get this headache out. I can't wait to get my stimulus check. But COVID-19, man, that's been the main issue that we've been dealing with the whole 2020. You got to remember, me and K Mills were partying like rock stars in January.
Like rock stars.
We were partying like rock stars in January. CIAA, we were partying.
Yeah. It was Juvenile 99 taking over the 2000 every weekend.
And then the next week, we all looking around like, what's going on? Man, the most craziest thing I ever seen in my life, man. I still haven't recovered. It feel like I'm in a dream, trying to shake it and get up out of it. So, quick thoughts on that, K Mills. What do you think about the COVID-19 that you were just partying in January? Now we were partying. I mean, we were partying in February. We was at CIAA.
Yeah, partying. I think I went to Winston-Salem State at that point of time. I was a college student. Yeah, I think I was there. That's what I was.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know. Hey,
I never know. I could have been the rapper. I don't know if I was a rapper or the NFL player. It was one of them. I was one of them that I just remember. I was one of them. I was famous. All I remember.
Yeah, you're right. Now, what about you, King Los? What you think about it?
What was the question? I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about college. But
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
was in college, rap. Hey, I was in college for a long time, man. I've been in college for a long time. I might be still in college. I don't know.
Don't even
What
know.
I
what
don't
Trump
know. I've been drinking
University?
this right here. I don't know what it's I've been
Wait,
drinking.
which one of y'all went to Trump University?
If I
I
was
went to
me,
Trump University.
if I was me,
Probably we all probably all went to Trump University now. We probably all went there now.
Oh man.
So what do you think about the COVID-19 pandemic? That's the vaccines, all the deaths, the impact on the society, sports.
From the beginning of it, I was just like, all right, we'll have to figure this out, right? I mean, as a country, as a people. And then as it started to kind of take its hold on the public, it started to influence different sectors of everything that we saw, from the economy, from social injustice. And not that it's directly related, but it's indirectly related to the drama and the strife of the social injustice on top of the COVID-19. It's just the added stress. And there's another part of this that a lot of people don't talk about, which is mental illness.
No, that's what we say.
Right.
Hold up. We about to segue into that.
Okay,
We're going into the shooting the breeze topic.
Okay, all right. I'll leave that out for now, right?
All right, go ahead and do your final thoughts before we segue into mental health.
But we think about a lot of things that are impacted by just this one event, which is COVID-19, whether it's sports and entertainment. We'll dive more into that a little later, right? And then you start talking about how it impacted the lives of people that lost loved ones, people that have gotten sick, people that are still sick. And then you talk about the financial crisis. I mean, in summary, this has been probably, I've never seen this ever in my adult life.
No.
This has been managed poorly. And I don't know if we could really get a strong handle on it, because guess what? COVID-19 is over. COVID 2020,
it's here to stay.
Into 2021, we know that the virus is mutated. And we know we're finding out more and more that this virus is not just sitting still waiting on us to get a vaccine. So I just pray for all the families that are impacted, that were impacted, that are still going through the stress of not having employment, losing a loved one, about to lose a loved one. When it's all said and done, my heart and prayers go out to those families. And I'm all the best.
Yeah. And you said something very important when you talked about our next topic, which we're going into the shooting the breeze topic area segment. We talk about mental illness, man. And mental illness has been, man, just the COVID-19, the mental illness that's been going on during COVID-19 has been crazy. I mean, I'm not saying it to be disrespectful, but it's been wild. There's been a lot of different things going on. And King Los, you were just touching on that, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and continue touching on that part.
Okay. Just real quick, because I certainly want to hear K Mills and you, of course, but really, mental illness has always been an issue in our country. And COVID-19 didn't make it any easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have people that lost their jobs, right, or have to stay at home with their kids,
right?
All those stresses of life just started crashing down and backing us into a corner. So people deal with certain situations, crises, differently, and it's how you recover from that, and what sort of medicine or what sort of therapy that you get to get you through that moment. But I tell you right now, if you look at the statistics, if you go out there and do your research, there's been a lot of domestic violence cases increased, alcoholism increased, suicide increased, and that has everything to do with the pressures and the ill-equipped systems that we have in place to deal with pandemics, social injustice, loss of jobs, loss of loved ones. So I'm going to pause right there, and I'm going to pivot to UK Mills to chime in here and give your thoughts.
Well, I don't experience a lot, but I ain't gonna say I agree with this, but I seen this with my own eyes, man. Like a lot of mental health patients. One thing that will help them is marijuana. Y'all might think I'm joking. I'm dead serious. Marijuana helps. I don't smoke marijuana, but I done seen it with my own eyes. It helps. I don't know what's in marijuana or what it got going on, but it helps mental patients.
Well, usually when I sell it, I usually put a little sprinkle of
Yeah,
I'm messing everybody. I'm joking. But yeah, you're right. You know, and you know what, marijuana has been, you know, coming up in terms of like research, and you know, I don't know. I never smoked it. I never, got involved in that. But like to your point, you know, if it works, right? If it's natural and it's healthy, and it's not like you're driving or
I want
you're
some of that
operating.
Jay-Z. I want some of that Jay-Z marijuana.
Oh, they got
Jay-Z.
you can get it. Hey, you can get anything you want from California. It's legal.
Yeah, I'm going to California to get some of that Jay-Z the new strain that Jay-Z got. I want to try that. I don't smoke, but I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again,
it might help my mental.
Maybe it'll help with anxiety. Maybe it'll help with panic attacks.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about.
Yeah, it do. I'm telling you, I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, man. I'm like, wow, this is a whole different person.
Yeah. Hey, I think we all. I mean, if you look at what's gonna happen right now, COVID-19. That's like you said, going into 2021, 2022. This is not going anywhere. They already said this is.
Oh no, this here it ain't going nowhere. The flu's still here.
So
yeah, this gonna be here, man.
We're gonna have to take a new vaccine for this every year.
This is a part of life.
Part of life. Then you got in Europe right now. Right now in Europe, you got a mutated virus of the COVID-19 that people are getting. It's worse than the first case of COVID-19. Like we are going through the worst pandemic, whatever you want to call it, in the history of society, of the world, of life itself. Everybody will be on some type of, I mean, everybody's going to be coping some way. If it's alcohol, it might be alcohol. A lot of people going to be getting, like you said, a lot of people going to become alcohol, like dealing with alcohol. I hate to say it, one of the football players on my team, Seattle Seahawks, Josh Gordon, he had a setback where he had to go take a step back and just look at his mental again. He, you know, he's going through these demons of being in alcoholism.
Yeah.
Then you got people that's hooked on pills. You know, a lot of people take pain pills and downers and all this stuff, mixing it with alcohol. And it's a lot of drugs, man. It's a lot of drug use that's going to cause a lot of mental illness. So a lot of people you're going to see causing, you know, people that's going to be out here on the streets with the sword. They're going to have swords. Everybody's going to have swords.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of issues, man. And then, like you said, we talked about social injustice. When you can't go out your house and walk down the street as a black male or a black female without getting, you know, knowing you coming back, you know, be able to get back to your kids or to your life. And you got to always look over your shoulder, man. That's mental illness. That's like that's anxiety. That's an attack on you as an individual. So your mind state is gonna always be on 100. So you'll already be ready to strike on any given time.
Right. And let me interject there. I think, you know, I'm glad we kind of circle back to the social injustice thing.
Right.
I want people that's listening, I want them to understand, like, the social injustice thing has been going on for the last 400 years, right?
Right.
Keep it honest, right? This is nothing new, right? All the difference is we have cell phones, we got cameras and all that, right? But, you know, Ant-Man, you spoke to, you know, walking down the street, feeling that anxiety of, you know, looking over your shoulder. It's not just looking over your shoulders because of a bad cop. There's also an element of looking over your shoulders because you live in a dangerous neighborhood.
Right.
So my message for, you know, people of color in those communities is start to teach your kids first what it means to be a responsible citizen. First and foremost, how to respect yourself in order to respect others, right? And then in order for you to love yourself or love others, you got to love yourself first, right?
Yep.
So you can't just, you know, it's just not me. It's community. And then what makes us strong is when we're together. When we're fragmented, we are weak, and they can do whatever they want to us. And that's just a fact, you know. When we're fighting each other, factions versus this faction, West Side versus East Side, that whole nine. It does nothing to, keep us together. So we are, a cohesive unit fighting injustice, no matter what you look like, no matter if you're Latin or Black or whatever the case may be. Injustices are going to continue to happen until we can love ourselves, love our neighbors, and come together as a unit.
Yep. So, hey, with that being said, man, I know we have to go into our next segment, the K-Mill story, and we're going to go into that in 1 second. I just want to say, hey, we gotta stick together as, like you said, as a unit, and we have to start looking at going back to the top 5. We have to tackle these top 5 going into 2021 as a society, not just the president, not just me as an individual. We got to look at it as a whole group, as a society. We got to tackle all these issues together as a group. So right now, I'm gonna pass it over to K Mills. K Mills always got a good story to tell. I'm gonna pass it over to K Mills while I sip on my water. I think that's water. Is water kind of brown? Is water brown?
Yeah, water brown now. Okay, dirty water.
I'm about to sip on dirty water. Pass it over to K Mills. And K Mills, I'm gonna let you take it away. The story to tell segment. Do what you gotta do.
Right. Yeah, this gonna be a different story. Shout out to Rabbit. So Rabbit. I got this homeboy.
Okay, I know that name.
He made it to the NFL.
That's a legend.
Yeah. Me and him played football our whole life. All of us, all my homeboys since we were little. But one year, his dad decided to coach. So they moved him to another team that was out of town. But we had to play against them. We both was undefeated. So we go in the game. They got big fireworks and everything. Big show. Got us nervous, but I won't scared. I was just nervous. First play of the game. Now Rabbit. Now this dude, the fastest dude I've ever seen in my life, carrying a football. He gets the ball. I know him, so I know what he's gonna do. I square up with him. He look at me. Take off to the other side. Everybody chasing behind him. You can't get this man an inch. They gave him 1 inch. He turned the corner, touchdown. We get the ball back. I get the ball. Break, score, touchdown. We tied up. He get the ball again. He run to my side. He turn around, go all the way back across the field. Matter of fact, he like Deion Sanders. I was like Bo Jackson. So he scored a touchdown again. They up. They give me the ball. I score again. We kept going on and on. Then the fourth quarter, they was up 1 touchdown. They gave me the ball. I broke. I thought I was going to score. I looked back, Rabbit chasing behind me. He jumped on my back, knocked me down. They won the game. Cool, they got it. It's all right. It ain't a championship game. It's just a regular game. But they rubbed it in. So we at my homeboy house playing basketball outside. Rabbit daddy driving the car. Rabbit, his cousin, and his other cousin on the hood and the roof of the car. They got the touchdown horn blowing, and we like, man, what is that noise? We look back, it's Rabbit and them picking. I said, oh no. I looked at Ant-Man, all my homeboys. I said, we ain't never losing to them again in my life. They not beating us no more. So we went on back to some playing the season. They ain't never lose. They was undefeated. We went to the playoffs. We blowing everybody out. Man, I'm scoring 5 touchdowns a game. Championship game. We running the Rabbit them again. Start off the same way. They get the ball first. Rabbit run to my side. I'm standing. Like I say, I ran fast too. I'm standing there looking and waiting on him. He juked me. He won't never go to my side though. He'll turn around and go all the way to the other side. He scored a touchdown. I get the ball. I score a touchdown. So I say, hold up, timeout. I said, yo, y'all just stay in your spot. He ain't gonna want. He don't want to get tackled. He ain't gonna run to the hole. He's just gonna hit the outside. Just stand there. Goes back out there after timeout. He did it again. But this time they stayed there, but he kept running back and forth till we broke the lane. Then he broke again. He scored. I scored. He scored. I scored. Then we tied it up. So we went into overtime. They got the ball first. They gave the ball to Rabbit. He scored. They gave the ball to me. I scored. They gave the ball back to Rabbit. He scored. We went on like this for 5 touchdowns. We went 5 overtimes. Then I called another timeout. I said, look, man, y'all don't chase him. We can't catch this dude, man. This is the fastest dude ever. Just stay in your lane. If he can't get the outside, he won't score. So everybody finally listened. They just stood still. He ran back and forth, and he got tired. Then we pushed him out of bounds. So they didn't score. Now we got the ball. It's first down. They know I'm gonna get the ball. They stop me. I get the ball again. They stop me. Third down. Now my other homeboy, he was like, man, I got a headache. I'm like, what? You got a headache, man. We're not losing we're not losing no more, man. We're not losing. Remember how they picked us? Like, I can't do it. I got a headache. So one of my best friends, Julius, he said, "I'll block for you." Julius was little, man. He was about 90 pounds. I said, "Ain't no way he gonna be able to block. This is the littlest dude on the team. He played quarterback." But they put him in fullback. He said, "I'll block." I said, "All right, whatever, man." I said, "Put him in. We're gonna do it." So everything went in slow motion. We hiked the ball. They gave me the ball, man. Julius shot off the line so fast. I said, "Oh, he's serious." They gave me the ball, I'm running right behind him. He went and hit the biggest dude on the field. Knocked him down. I ain't seen nothing but daylight. It was all in slow motion. I ran to the end zone. Touchdown. We won the game. Championship.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Man, I danced in the end zone for 30 minutes, man. Rapping them was crying.
Hey, that's almost like remember the basketball game was like that too.
Oh yeah. That'll be season 2. That'll be season 2.
That'll be season 2. Hey,
but yes, sir.
Oh,
like the dude with Charlotte said,
about that one.
Never poke the bear.
Good dreams.
Never poke the bear.
Hey.
Yeah, we beat the great Michael Waddell Rabbit for the championship game. I ain't never forget that. His daddy was a great coach though, man. Shout out to his daddy.
Oh yeah. So right there, hey, we gotta go take a break, pay the bills. Y'all guys, we gotta go take a break, man. So make sure this is WSME Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within podcast, the final episode for season 1. This is season 1 wrap up. Now, also you gotta make sure that you follow our sponsors. Forever Young, www.foreveryoungbeautiesandcosmetics.com. Also, Capton Venture Partners. If you want to invest money with the money, man, holler at me. Or holler at K Mills. K Mills got all the money. K Mills.
I direct you where the money is.
K Mills got all the money. So
it's not in my pockets though, but I will direct you straight to Ant-Man.
Hey, go right to King Los, then go to K Mills. Them are the guys. Them the guys that y'all need to talk to. Capton Venture Partners. The money team. That's hey, let me not get sued for that, but the morning team. I'm not gonna say money team. I'm gonna say morning team. More money team. Hey, man, keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Holla at us, man.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's up?
What's up, Rap?
Welcome back. WSME Enlightenment Radio Television. This is the Hustle Within podcast, episode number 12. Man, boy, we had hey guys, we gotta jump right into barbershop talk real quick. The 4th segment. What we're gonna talk about. My question is, hey, this is a good one. One, guys. What is your biggest New Year's resolution, and how do you plan to accomplish that resolution? Starting with you, K Mills. I know you already ready. I know you got it.
Okay, this gonna be a hard. I guess my New Year's resolution is to have enough money to pay all my bills, man.
Oh, hey, that's a good one.
You got to pay the bills. So I'm gonna make more money next year than I did this year. Put it like that.
Oh, you the money man. You got it.
Dinero.
Oh, no.
You the money man.
That's the clone, man. That's the clone. The clone was the money man.
No,
we need to switch spots.
No, this ain't no parallel universe. We talked about that a little bit. This ain't a parallel universe. This is you. I know who you is. You from Charlotte. Them aliens did not bring you here. You from Charlotte. I know where
Graham Street, Rap.
Yeah, Graham Street. So I know you got the money. You got it. Okay, King Los, what you got for me?
Oh man, brothers, right? So I want to stay forever young, right?
Right.
Shout out to our sponsors. Oh yeah, looking young, right?
Yeah, you looking forever young. Ain't no one.
Got rid of the grays. You know, I clean it up every once in a while, but yeah.
I ain't know you was, man. I said, well, who that? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just staying healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, that's the going into 2021, that's the biggest thing and biggest accomplishments I want to pursue. in 2021. So, just overall, just being healthy.
Oh yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
good. And I mean, like, what are some of the goals y'all plan on to accomplish your resolutions? Like, what are some of the goals, King Los?
Well, I think, just to piggyback off of Brother King Mills, is really
Oh,
just talking to the financial piece, right?
right.
It's not, just strategizing, right? Because I mean, there's a lot of ways of making money, but
Mhm.
really just kind of planning it out, strategizing, coming up with an effective budget, right? I
Right.
don't have to buy everything that I used to. I'm certainly not the spender I am today that I was in my 20s. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
it's more savings, 401k, big purchases that will have returns, and looking for more investments and things like that. But I'll tell you this, and man, you and I, we always talk about investments and things like that.
Oh yeah.
But Capton Investment,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Capton Venture Partners.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
So
sir.
big shout
Proud
out to
sponsor.
Capton. Oh yeah, one of the proud sponsors, Capton Venture Partners. So not just only am I a host of the show, but I'm also a partner and an investor in Capton Partner Investment. So
Yes,
big
sir.
shout out to
Always.
Capton for making that happen and
Hmm.
making big things happen, big dreams come true in 2021.
Yes,
Hmm.
sir. Now, what are your goals, K Mills, to get you to that money, that money level? What are some of your
Well,
goals
I guess
to
I'm about
pay
to
all
sign
them
the
bills,
Capton
get them
too.
bills paid?
Mhm.
Hey, I guess I'm about to sign the Capton and invest too.
Yes, sir. Hey, I got that Death Row contract waiting for you.
Yeah, yeah, that Death Row contract, man. Bump it.
Rub my
West
hand
Side.
like Birdman. Yeah. I bring on the victim,
Yes, sir.
man. Hey, but yeah, man, we definitely have to. I'm the same way. Just continue to grow. My
Hmm.
goals are to continue to grow and just keep it moving, man. We got a lot of stuff that we have to really go into. Going into 2021, health. That's the key thing. We got to stay healthy. I
Hmm.
mean, we all 21 right now, so we're getting a little older. We're not 18 anymore, so we getting at that 21,
Yeah.
that level. So we definitely have to stay healthy. There's definitely got to go work out. Um, keep that mask on, wash them hands, and
Yeah, wash them hands. Yep.
hey, keep that face covering on. And, and just keeping it real, man. We just got to keep it real with the growth. And then, like I said, with a financial standpoint, just have to stay focused, invest, put your money into your, just put your money. Once you do get money, because a lot of people right now are struggling. That's the key
Hmm.
thing. We struggling out there. We struggling. We getting these political leaders. They are taking over pretty much, coming in saying, hey, we gonna give you what we want to give you from a money standpoint, monetary standpoint for small businesses, because in reality I'm a small business overall.
Right.
I'm not a major corporation. I'm a small business.
Doing
So
big things, small business
Hmm.
doing big things.
yeah,
Hmm.
focus
You
on
know,
doing big things, like
First,
especially
hey,
with 2021,
first you get
especially
the
with
respect.
2021.
mhm,
First you get the respect, then you get the money.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you're building your brand. You got to continue building your brand. When you go into these type of situations, you got to stop for a minute, pull back, redirect, and go forward.
Yeah.
You got to set goals, and that's my whole thing. Just look at the future as let me get to the future. That's my key thing for the future,
Hmm.
for 2021. Let
And,
me
and,
get
and
there.
one more thing there, and you said something real powerful right there. You said, government, waiting on government to do this, that, and third.
Right,
People, if you're listening, I don't care if you're in the US or in Afghanistan or Pune, India, or Clark, or wherever the hell you are in the world, do not let the government tell you and control everything in every aspect of your life.
right.
These
You can't.
government, you hear dollar signs because they know what to feed you, and don't play into that. Make your own money, make your own future. You
Right,
know, I said this plenty of times before, just in conversation, talking to people. Government, if they can control you by money, hey, I'll give you money, but you
Hmm.
got to do this.
Hmm.
This is not free money. You feel me? Like, I don't care who you are. This is not free money. When the government try to buy you and buy your influence and buy your brain and buy your control, you know, you're a prisoner to them. This is not free money. There's a give and take for all of this. You know, there's criteria. There's all sorts of things that, you know, just being wary of. So all the listeners out there, you know, when you get some money, be smart with it, right? Don't get money and just blow it on, you know, eyelashes and, you know, you see, I got that money. I ain't blowing on no hair, so don't do it. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
So,
Hey, gotta be
you
smart
know,
with it. Gotta
yeah,
think.
be smart. You know,
Gotta be
invest.
smart.
You know what I mean? We got, Capton Partners investment. You know, we again small but doing big things and
Right.
really trying to help people out. You know, provide and guide and give counsel. It's not just, oh, you take your money. This is no Ponzi scheme.
No,
You see what I mean? Like, this is no Ponzi scheme. This
no.
is really about bettering people's lives through means of smart money, smart brothers you trust, taking your money and making it happen for you. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's about improving your lives. And when we do that, we feel good about it. We walk away feeling accomplished because we completed the goals that we set out for.
Right. Tonight we're doing a little something different. You guys, it's us three. We don't have a guest tonight, but we're gonna do our year-end review. So we're gonna talk about some of the past shows, some of the past guests that we had. This is episode number 12, so this is the end of season 1. We get ready for season 2, which is gonna be very big. We got a lot of stuff coming up on season 2, so we're just gonna do a recap of season 1, episode 1 through 11. So, hey, we're gonna jump right into this segment. We don't have any guests, so I guess I'm gonna introduce y'all. I got my man K Mills over here, 652. K Mills been with us the whole 12 episodes.
For a long time, B.
The
A
whole
long
time.
time.
That man from Charlotte, he been in the whole time. I got
In
King
the
Los. Now King Los
every
been
day.
doing Burger King commercials. King Los been in Mexico. Hey, King Los, King Los is a busy man. This man is the CEO. He's the real boss of all bosses. But he still been riding with us the whole 11 episodes. It was me behind the scenes, coming in, the work on the show, even behind the scenes. I mean, he's been here since day one. So, man, we're going to jump right into it, looking at episodes 1 through 11. Guys, what are your most, I guess, memorable episode that we actually, from episode 1 through 11? Start with you, K Mills.
Well, the first episode was when Jazzy B smiled at me. I ain't gonna never forget that. I mean, that was a record breaker for me.
Oh, Jazzy B been up here a couple times too. Jazzy B been up here. She actually took King's Low's place one episode, which was
Yeah, I
episode.
remember that, yo. I remember that from somewhere.
She actually came in and she acted like she was King Los. So Jazzy B is actually, she's definitely a fill-in. We're gonna definitely bring her back season 2 to come in and do some things. But yeah, that was a good episode. And actually, her episode is the most watched episode from our season.
Yeah, it is.
Her first time up here as a guest, and we was talking about sex trafficking, which was the topic. King Los, can you remember that? You remember that topic? We talked about sex trafficking.
Yeah, very important and very important topic, very powerful. And, big shout out to Jazzy B for coming in and really contributing, because she did her thing, and she always do her thing. I was impressed with her when she came in. It was like, she was so natural and big shout out to her. But we had some amazing guests throughout the entire 1 through 11, 12 episodes that we had, 11. So big shout out to Jazzy B and all the guests, right? From off the top of my head, and forgive me if I miss you, but, we had Chandra, and that was one of the more recent ones. Yeah. And my memory ain't like it used to be, I tell you.
I know, right?
We had Joe Marie. That was the Halloween episode. Remember Joe Marie, the model?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was the
Joe
Halloween
Marie
episode. That was a good episode too.
Miss White, awesome,
Lil
guest.
White. We had Lady White.
Miss Erica, big shout out to Erica. I'm gonna get at you soon.
Yeah, Erica McDonald. Yes.
Coming to a borough near you in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm coming out to see you. To see you. So, who else? We had quite a few that were, you know, that impressed the hell out of all of us and really shine light. Because I, you know, for all the viewers, I know none of these people, none of these guests. So it's not like I have a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, for me, it's educational for me, just kind of being a host and listening to their stories and all their hustle. So it was very impressive. And you know, for all the Crystal.
Crystal,
Mm-hmm.
Crystal. That was, she was very good.
Which one agreed to be my baby mother in the documentary?
That was Tandra. She did sign the contract. You did.
Yes,
you got to sign the contract on air.
Yeah, it's on air.
It's on air. I mean, it's
going to be on Hallmark or BET.
Is that in the Library of Congress?
This might be a Hallmark, man. Cause BET they be still moving the stuff.
Like this man got her the document that she would play his baby mom on the documentary. So that's a Library of Congress setup. So yeah, that was definitely good. Crystal, she was good. And I mean, we just had a good man. Just overall, Layla was good.
Yep, Layla. Big shout out to Layla.
Yep, Joe Marie, she was good.
We had somebody that
Sylvia,
did.
We had Sylvia Wright.
Sylvia. Big shout out.
Yeah, Sylvia, she's a marketing expert. She was very good. We had, and I want people. I'm gonna take a step back and really tell people this whole season was dedicated to the hustling women. Most of the guests, we had one guy on the show, episode 1, and he actually was I'm gonna give y'all behind the scenes sneak peeks, a secret. That episode 1, we actually had. I had a female scheduled for episode 1. She had to step out because she had an emergency. So I had to replace her with a producer that I know, that I do work with. And he came in last minute on the show. So you can see from episode 1 to episode 11, the growth. You can see the growth that we had from episode 1 to 11. But this whole season was just dedicated to the hustling women.
Yeah.
You know, it was dedicated to, I mean, and most of the guests was mothers.
Yeah.
They had multiple positions. So, you know, there's no excuse to say, hey, I work. You know, there's no excuse for anybody. Once you see these hustling women on this show, you gotta take a step back and say, wait a minute, she's a mother. You know,
entrepreneur,
like entrepreneur. They was models. They was still pursuing their dreams right now. You know, some pursuing them at a later dates. They're not 18 or 19 anymore.
True.
You know, so that people have to look at these shows and really get inspired by these hustling women. This is the year of the woman. You got to really look at the hustling women. And then most of the women was minority driven. I mean, it was all, you know, they was all black or brown women.
So let me interject there, because I think you're saying something important. You know what I mean? Like, you know, one thing is, you know, this season we kind of predominantly had all women. Big shout out to the one guy that came on and he represented. Appreciate you for stepping in. But really, this is really about growth from two perspectives: women, and then the growth of the show. Right? I can look back at old episodes and look and be like, man, we were nervous, you know. Heck, we was even 21. Now we're 30, right? Yeah. But
no, I'm 22.
Matter of fact, my birthday in 2 weeks, yo. My birthday in 2 weeks.
Hey, shout out to K Mills. Birthday 2 weeks. He'd be turning 20. Right. Well, you be turning 23, right? 22.
Yeah, it's 24. I think 24.
24. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. You're a little older than me now.
You know what? Y'all gonna have to take a trip out here, you know, to come to visit the great state of Utah.
Man. I
promise you, you don't have to worry about being attacked by any flies. You feel me?
Hey, hey, man.
Hey, that's my main concern. I don't want to get attacked by no flies.
Yes, sir.
But we I mean, like overall, I mean, the content to the way we presented, the way we got better over time, to the women that came in and represented. It's hard being a single woman with a kid or multiple kids and holding down a career, holding down a business. And really, these women, right? There's just a small portion because there's some other great women out there. And if you are listening, great women, please feel free to hit us up on our handles. You know, we're always welcome guests and things.
Hit us up, DM me.
Yep,
hey,
yep.
DM me. Hit me up on my DM.
But we had we had some funny times, we had some serious times. We hit every level of all the emotions, like a roller coaster. And you know, I think, and what I wanted to get out of this show, for someone that's not into the entertainment business. Now I'm doing Burger King commercials and all that, right?
Yeah, man. He out there, man. Out there doing the big
Hey,
rap.
that man got famous on us. Kate Mills, King Lowe's got famous on us.
Got famous.
No, I know where my roots are.
Making checks.
But the goal here, and really the purpose of this show, was to highlight all the special guests that we had, but most importantly, educate and enlighten our viewers, our listeners from around the world, so they feel better when they feel better walking away after they listen to the show.
Yeah,
we did some big numbers. That's another thing we have to look back. We did some very good numbers on the whole season, like as a collective. The whole season as a collective was a success. So now we're gonna have more sponsors, which our sponsor is Forever Young. Remember we had the CEO for Forever Young on.
Yeah, yep.
And so that was a very good episode also. So remember, log in to Forever Young, www.foreveryoung.com. No, beautiesandcosmetics.com. She been rolling with us the whole season. She came on the show. Natara came on the show and announced that she was a proud sponsor of the Hustle Within. So that was great. That was a great opportunity for us both, because we both are still growing. She's a growing business. We also are growing podcast. You know, making things happen.
And
what are your take on it, K Mills?
Yeah, it's still people in my hometown that asked about her. They always ask about her. She's like one of the most they ask about right now.
Oh yeah. So So we have a background where Natara, we all grew up together. Me and K Mills grew up in Natara.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing because, you know, I mean, it's just that hometown, homegrown connection, right? And then, you know, being a young African-American woman, business owner, you know, we got to do more of supporting each other and not hating on each other. And how we support each other is going out there, whether we buy or indirectly have someone buy the brand, we can certainly help and support and help her grow her business. It's positive. It's uplifting. She has some great partners. She's sponsoring a great cause, which is the show. And big shout out to you guys, right? I mean, really, this all came together, you know, like burning the midnight oil. It just kind of came together, right? I'm like, I'm thinking, go ahead, K Mills.
And shout out to Doc, man. Cause I remember the first story I told. It was a good story, but it didn't come to life. But the second story I told, when he started editing that background, my stories came to life. Everybody, they can't stop talking about those stories, man.
Can't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, one of the popular segments.
Doc P is awesome.
K-Mills story to tell.
Doc P is awesome. This man made me, you know, sometimes it's just about the platform, right? Doc P made me, you know, sound like a Harvard graduate. Real talk. And I ain't going to Harvard, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, you can see the growth,
he ain't go to Harvard. He went to Yale. He ain't go to Harvard.
No, I'm saying me. Don't tell him your secret. Don't tell him your secrets. You're gonna spoil it.
But here's the number one thing that I really appreciate Doc P for, is the fact that he's given us feedback, right? Both critical, both good, you know, the whole nine. You know, it's like 360 degrees of feedback, and I think that's what's important. When you see something, you point it out and say, hey, And it's how you do it, right? His language, his tone, it was all there, right? Just kind of, just put it in perspective for the viewers. It's like he actually was like, hey, you guys want to take it to the next level? This is what you have to do. You guys, this is what you have to do. Giving us those, really coaching us through this process because he's a vet in the game, and again, big shout out to him. His family, man. I mean, he sacrificed a lot of hours and a lot of time. Really,
SM Enlightenment Radio. SM
yeah.
Enlightenment
So
Radio.
Make sure you tune in.
his
Make sure
wife,
you stay locked
family,
in to
the whole
SM
nine. They
Enlightenment
deserve
Radio.
credit. Yep.
It's a 24-hour radio programming. Make sure you stay locked. WWSM Enlightenment Radio. SM Enlightenment Radio and Media.com. Make sure you stay locked in with that. Hey, and then, man, what is, like, I guess I'm going to just go around and just say, hey, give a year-end wrap-up. Your thoughts on everything, starting with you, King Los. Your thoughts on everything from season, episode 1 to now, 12. Because we actually had, in the first half of episode 12, we do talk about some, we got different topics that we talked about, from the episode. So just give me your wrap up on the whole season 1 and what you expect for going into season 2. What are your goals going into season 2? Because we will have a season 2. We'll be on all platforms going into season 2.
Right. So I'm looking, honestly, like I'm going to put on my Jazzy B hat. All right.
Okay.
Jazzy B. I'm going to use the word amazing, right?
Amazing.
Just season 1 was just enlightenment. It was enlightening with respect to how I operated, how you operated, how K Mills operated as a podcast host, the voice of the hustle within. I think that was amazing. So that's really like, the one part of season 1. The other part is the content. The content was relevant. It was important. It was historical. It was also funny at times. It was serious at times. From COVID to the entertainment to real life events that took place in history. I think it was relevant. Yep, current, past events, the whole nine. I think it was so relevant to everyday living, like what people actually think about and what people talk about. What ifs, what if what if time travel was real, right? So that's the other part of it, right? And then to complement all those other things is really the guest, right? So we had some amazing guests, amazing stories, triumphs, failures, the whole nine, real life situations. And if they can do it, right? The purpose and accomplishment of all our guests was to really speak to, if I can do it, then you can do it, viewers. And I think that was a major part of the success of the show. So big shout out to all the guests. And then really us really collaborating from, bouncing ideas off each other from behind the scenes. And then most importantly, and listen, you don't have to agree with everything I say. I don't have to agree with everything K Mill says or what Ant-Man says. This is what it's about. It's being respectful, agreeing to disagree, or disagreeing to agree. You take it for what it's worth. And that's how I live my life. And we're all friends, by the way. So, and that's how we operate. If I don't agree, I'm not going to be like, oh man, I can't talk to K Mills no more. I don't like him. I knew it was something about we move on because we're brothers. We might not come from the same, mom and dad, but we're brothers, and that's how we should treat each other, respect each other in our communities, respect the next person, and really talk it out. And then, at the end of the day, none of this could be done without the amazing work, the amazing experience, knowledge, and help from Doc P. I don't know if he's a doctor in real life, but he's a doctor at what he does. And I think he does an amazing job with motivating young entrepreneurs like ourselves, folks that have no idea what this podcast game is like. I think he stepped right on in and was a real coach. He provided guidance and really a legend in the game in terms of this entertainment stuff. So big shout out to him. And in a nutshell, that's my summary of season 1.
All right, K Mills,
He said so much. It ain't nothing I can say, but it was amazing.
Hey, so we might as well go into the hint. We go to the hint. It was a great show for me. Season 2 gonna be bigger, but it's gonna, we're just gonna continue rolling. We're gonna continue rolling going into season 2. Hey, guys, let's do our closers. Let's give our handles, and just let everybody know where they can follow you at. Starting with you, K Mills.
All right, y'all know by now. Y'all can catch me on Facebook, Kenneth Robinson. And I'm gonna get a shout out to Rab, Tico, Kevin, T, Reggie, Stomp, Tink. Let's see. I hope I ain't missing on my mom, my sister, E-Town, Richmond County, Charlotte, Lowe's, Ant-Man, Dob, Jazzy B, everybody, yo.
Yes, sir. All right, King Lowe's.
All right, well, you can catch me on my handle. I just
King
actually.
Lowe's. That's his
Yeah,
name.
that's
yeah. Shout out to Blow. Shout out to Blow too. I later forgot him. Shout out to Blow.
Yep. Who that? Blowfish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. That Blowfish is famous.
Oh, my right hand.
You know what? We got to bring Blowfish on season 2. We got to get.
We got to bring them on here.
We got to get Blowfish on.
Him and Tico. Yeah, him and Tico.
And them two we got to get on season 2. They're gonna have to be guests.
But real quick, Ant-Man, K Mills, y'all know it's all love. Amazing job this year. Looking forward to season 2. Dr. P, you hold it down from behind the scenes. Big love, big shout out to you. Want to give a special shout out to my family. I'm not with them during the holidays. But we I make it work. Whether it's Zoom or Skype or whatever. But you can find me on my handle on my handle. King Low C on Twitter, and we'll just keep it. We'll keep it, and we'll end it like that. Happy New Year's. I'm about to go have me some more eggnog. You know what I mean? And go from there.
Yes, sir. So follow me at Capton ENT, CAPTON, and that's ENT on IG. Anthony 33 Little on IG. And hey, man, I want to shout out everybody, man, behind the scenes of the show. Everybody that's been on the show. That's from Layla to Crystal to Bridget to who else we had on here?
My baby mama.
Man.
Tundra.
Hey, we can't leave nobody out, so I'm gonna give you some time to go through all the lists. Because
Rihanna, we have Rihanna on here too, right?
Hey, that's why I tried to go into all the names. I'm like, I done forgot everything I just said like 10 minutes ago.
We had Chris.
Man.
Monica. We had Brandon. We had a lot of different people up here now. Hey, we had a lot of females up here. We had one guy, the producer, he was up here.
That guy,
shout out everybody, all the guests. Hey, I'm gonna shout out all the guests and the guests we got. Man, we got a packed show going into season 2. Man, we got a lineup already. Man, when y'all see the guests that we got coming up for season 2, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, y'all gonna be proud of your boys over here. K Mills and King Los and Ant-Man, you're gonna be proud of us. Season 2 is jam-packed already. But hey, man, keep it locked. WSME, SM Enlightenment Radio, the Hustle Within podcast, season 1 wrap-up. Y'all have a good night.
Holla at me, Mike.
One love.
One love.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.